Hey guys, thanks for tuning in for another Tailgate Tuesday brought to you by our friends Competitive Cyclists. If you don't know by now, we are reviewing a bunch of the tailgate pads on the market, and to check out those videos, make sure you click subscribe so you can see the ones in the past as well as be notified about the ones coming up in the future. Today we will be looking at the Bachelor Pad V2 from Sensus. I believe that somebody a certain chili dog in the past may have said it was the best tailgate pad ever. So we're gonna dive into this one and see if it holds up to that claim.
So the Bachelor Pad V2 comes in at $210, measures 61 inches wide. It is a full-size only pad. Sensus does offer the taco pad, which is for all you mid-size folks out there. Diving into the construction of this pad, it's actually a strapless pad. So no down tube straps, it relies solely on gravity to keep the bikes in place. The foam up top is a good 1.25 inches, 1.5 inches thick.
It looks noticeably thicker than pretty much every other pad, would you say so?
100%.
Okay.
It also wraps down probably 5 inches on the back side of the tailgate.
It's a good chunk and it goes all the way across, no interruption.
Nope, and you got a nice curve, unlike others where it's kind of abrupt edge.
Awesome.
We've got a PVC canvas, coated canvas. So it's one of the few, if not only, canvas pads on the market. Everything else is kind of tarpaulin.
Yeah.
Which I think it makes it a lot sturdier. It's less prone to snags and cuts and tears and that sort of thing. And it also won't deform when it gets super hot outside. Keeps a nice solid form with a 1/2 inch thick foam all the way down on the face. A little bit, not as thick as up top, but so yeah, that helps keep the pad relatively flat against tailgate. Absolutely. Obviously, we kind of rushed to throw this one on real quick. It's held in place by 4.5 inch Velcro straps.
I prefer 4.
100%. 4 is way better.
Should be the standard across the board.
4 at least full-size trucks.
For full-size, for sure.
Sensus made these quick clips, where you essentially clip them to the bottom of your tailgate and then put the strap in to get a nice taut.
Which is great with that width of that top foam bumper kind of across the top there. You can snug that front down and not worry about it constantly slipping back. So 4 straps there, and then we have a...
This is the Backup Buddy.
Backup Buddy.
It's a magnetic secured flap, which, I mean, if that bike tire wasn't there, there's a nice piece of metal down here where the pad will, or the flap will secure to. But yeah, you could leave it open and access your backup camera.
And it's not gonna flap around, it'll stay in there.
Yeah, it's perfect. I mean, I drove around like that for probably 6 months, and
yeah, you had this on your truck for a while.
Yeah.
Cool. So what's on the back side? What are we looking at back there?
Back here, we've got a very fine microfiber liner.
Which you're a fan of.
Has to have.
Has to have.
Yep, the only part that doesn't have it is the flap, but...
And it rests on the handle, so yeah, it's not really making contact.
It's not contacting the paint. We do have some bumpers up here.
Which is nice. I mean, obviously the Orbea over there is right on the edge.
Yeah, it's resting on the bumper right now, which I think is good if you're lining bikes up, because it's gonna help prevent the bike from sliding off and damaging
bed rails and stuff. Yeah,
damaging a number of things.
Well, and they're pretty thin. It kind of seems like where we see a lot of pads having their first index, that it kind of lets you bring the bike all the way over further. Yeah,
it allows you to like maximum space utilization on this pad. Okay. You could fit 7-8 bikes, no problem.
All right, so with those 4 straps up front, what do those look like on the backside? What are we connecting to?
On the backside, we've got, so they're 100% Velcro straps, 14, 15 inches of loop side on the back.
Stitched in.
Yeah, stitched in. And about 12 inches of that is covered by the hook side of the strap. So it's got a lot
really
of
good contact for a lot of length there.
And aside from those straps, we've got 2 storage pockets. You can fit shock pumps, pedals, maybe a pair of dirty gear. Knee pads might be pushing it. Maybe trail knee pads, yes.
Trail pads, okay.
Downhill pads, no.
Not so much. All right, so that is the Bachelor Pad V2 from Sensus. Sean, you had this on your truck for a long time. I feel like all winter long, I've seen this pad. It's been around. I would assume that means you like it.
Yeah. I mean, and I give away all my old pads to other people.
What do you think about this one?
If you watch the backcountry view, you would notice I said that I hate that I love this pad because
There's nothing to it.
there's nothing to it. And one of my biggest rules or requirements is that I want downtube straps because I don't drive like a grandma.
It is super minimal. There's nothing to it.
It is. It's more minimal than the Fox pad, but obviously much better.
It is thicker for padding everywhere around.
Yeah, like there's gonna be a lot less downtube damage.
Have you seen any bike damage at all from that padding?
From this pad?
From that pad?
No, it's like, it gives you the most contact and it sinks right down into that foam.
It does fit my truck.
It did, yes.
It fits your truck well.
I would be concerned about a curved tailgate.
Yeah, like
just,
on the Cummins or F-150s.
Yeah, just based on this amount of foam. Like I think it would work, but like,
and
you're not gonna
it's helpful
get that.
with those clips up front though to keep it on those, maybe on a curved tailgate, you could kind of clip that front end to keep it from sliding, constantly trying to strap that on there. Obviously there'd be a big empty gap.
It'd be more like, you wouldn't get the curve on this pad. Like it would just, like the straight, it would be straight from here. So I mean, bike protection, this is probably top of the line, at least down tube wise. Like you could run into some issues on long drives or if you're just Ricky Bobbying it everywhere. Like, and you have multiple bikes, there's definitely gonna be a lot of bike rubbage.
Gas prices how they are, I don't think many people are lead footing around.
I'm definitely not anymore.
All right, so all in all, we're seeing a tailgate pad that is extremely minimal. It fits flat tailgates very well, full-size trucks, Ford, Chevy, GMC. The 4 contact points down below, like construction, the quality, it's double stitched. The material's thick and dense. It withstood a winter of snow and a really wet spring.
I think I had it on my truck for 8 months. We ran it over with dirt bikes a bunch of times and...
Yeah, and I've definitely seen other tailgate pads not in that 8 months that look much more used than this one.
Yeah.
Cool, so who do you think this is for?
I would say this is for anybody with obviously a Chevy or GM, as they were designed with these trucks in mind. Older for pretty much anybody that has a flat tailgate. Curved tailgates, if you want to push it, you could try. I mean, they'd have to be in stock first, but yeah, flat tailgates for sure. That's really the only thing.
Cool.
I'd recommend it for everybody.
Well, there it is, the Bachelor Pad V2 from Sensus.
$210.
$210. Where's it sitting on the pack so far?
It's definitely near the top of my list.
Near the top of your list.
Yep.
Yeah?
I don't think I'll be giving this one away.
Not giving this away, but we will be giving away a lot of the other pads. So be sure to join our text group. The phone number's down below in the description. Just sign up. We don't want to spam you. We just want to hook you up with good deals.
And giveaways.
And maybe a tailgate pad. So join that. Click subscribe here to the channel so you can stay up to date with the rest of the reviews on these pads and other reviews on bikes and stuff in the future. And of course, thank you to Competitive Cyclist for supporting this series. Be sure to use Loam15 at checkout for 15% off any applicable item. And
thanks for watching.
Stay tuned. More reviews coming, guys. More reviews here. See you in the next one.